What's up, my friends? Going to tell you how to win some cold hard cash. Down below in the description section, hit that like button, drop a comment down there, because if you do so on all 12 videos this week that are posting right here on our YouTube channel, as we're going all in on YouTube for the first time ever, 12 weekly videos, potentially even more, sports betting, fantasy football, DFS, showdowns, MME for fantasy cruncher, single entry stuff using our website. Going to highlight all things teamriseorfall.com. And if you do that, you hit that like button, you comment in the most videos, okay? Even more than one comment. Have conversations with other people, whatever it might be, you have a chance to win cold hard cash. That's right. I'm simply going to PayPal whomever interacts and engages the most in week 11 on our YouTube. I'll probably do this going forward to finish out the NFL season. So enjoy down below. Very simple. Also, if you use promo 10 off, and you are able to subscribe, you end up getting yourself an opportunity to get all of our content. This is one of our cheat sheets. This is the NFL Study Hub, and you have the opportunity to do this, which has, I have blown up my screen so you can see it beautifully below, but you have all sorts of tabs where you can go look at game flow and all sorts of things. You have filters up here, and this is just one of all of these things. For NFL, we have them for MLB, NBA, NASCAR, PGA, all sorts of sports. You go to the description section down below, and there's actually a free cheat sheet for you to use for week 11 for the fantasy football season-long study hub. So you can grab a sample if you like it, and you're like, man, this is what they put out there free. I can't imagine what's there in the behind the paywall. Down below in the description section, the subscribe tab, you just sign up using promo 10 off, and you get this whole shebang for $19.99 first month. And that includes a $20 credit to fancycruncher.com, which means basically our website for you, if you're an FC user, is just $0 this month. Pretty simple. Give it a look. Hope you enjoy it. And again, hit that like button down below, description section. Go ahead, drop comments. All right, so here's the dealio. Here's the deal, Pickle. We are going to build a lineup or two for Thursday night's 57-point total, 3-point current favorite Seattle Seahawks spread in this beautiful matchup between the Cardinals and Seahawks. Using the study hub, I'm going to show you real quick just how miserable the Seahawks defense has been. We'll look at Arizona as well. Let's look at the game flow tab. I'm going to sort the pass defense. Oh, actually, was I on the NFL Study Hub? Going to sort the pass defense and show you just how terrible Seattle's been. I think you already know it without even me having to sort it. There it is, 362 yards per game. Ugh, and that was before this past week. So this probably went down a little bit against the Rammies. So listen, they are on pace to break the NFL record by over 1,000 passing yards allowed. Wide receivers against them this year are scoring at will. Here's the wide receiver position. Seattle is giving up 37.56 points per game to opposing wide receivers. Ugh, brutal, brutal. Arizona's has gone up this past week as well because of the Buffalo Bills going bonkers with two wide receivers over 25, both Stephon Diggs and Cole Beasley. So wide receivers are smashing the Seahawks by more than 6 points than any other team in the NFL, the Vikings being the other one. And Arizona likely being a little bit higher, middle of the road. So listen, we have lots of opportunity here, especially if a couple guys miss. I don't know what's going to happen with Kenyon Drake this week, and I definitely don't know what's happening with Chris Carson. And Tyler Lockett is questionable with a knee sprain, which means David Moore and Freddie Swain enter your lives. Now, here's the thing. We just saw these guys playing each other in Week 7. DeAndre Hopkins went absolutely bonkers. 12 targets, 10 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown. Going to be hard not to have him in the mix for the MVP spot, the captain spot. Kyler Murray, of course, always in play there against Seattle. Well, what did he do? He did exactly what every other quarterback does against Seattle. They just have a great game, and he did so. He had 67 yards rushing, a rushing touchdown, threw for 360, a 70.8% completion rate, 3 passing touchdowns. I mean, come on. Seattle can't stop a nosebleed. For me, it's probably plug in Kyler Murray and go from there. He's not that expensive, shockingly, as this. I thought he'd be like $24K. Russell Wilson, I don't know if I can go there. DK Metcalf did get locked down by Patrick Peterson, and if Metcalf here is going to be locked down again in Week 7, listen, that's why we saw Tyler Lockett get 20 targets in Week 7. This is what we had. Week 7 against the Cardinals, Tyler Lockett on the opposite side, 20 freaking targets. Career day, 15 catches, 200 yards, 3 scores. And I do these videos live. Here's the deal. Let me see. Am I still? Oh, phew, I thought I had just a nightmare. I was not. My mic was muted. Oops. All right. So I think we're going to plug in Kyler Murray. And if we do so, we need to capitalize saying we think that Kyler Murray is going to go ham. We need multiple pass catchers in there. All right. Let's plug in DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, my gosh. I can't afford anybody. My lineup's going to get crushed. What am I going to do? Yes, you can. It's not that bad. Murray, Hopkins, plug him in. Down here, we can plug in David Moore, 4.8K. We can even plug in Freddie Swain. I believe, what is his price tag? I was just looking at this. He is so cheap. Oh, my goodness. He's $1,200. You've got the number 2 and 3 wide receivers here. If you think DK Metcalf is taken away, that means you're probably getting, 15 targets allocated to these types of guys, right? Maybe even Hollister at tight end. If Jacob Hollister at tight end, if Greg Olsen is out, maybe get some looks. Will Dissly is terrible. Maybe he gets some extra looks. But for me, it's probably Freddie Swain. We saw him come in there in relief, gets 4 targets, a couple downfield targets as well. Interesting spot, $1,200. You still have a ton of money left over. Zane Gonzalez, actually an interesting pick for me too. Zane continues to kick a lot of field goals, multiples per week. Had 4 attempts against Seattle last time, 16 points, 2 times in the last 3 weeks at 4.2K. Another interesting one is Larry Fitzgerald. Listen, we know that wide receivers go ham against Seattle, and what do you know? Larry Fitz looked like the former Fitz from like 2015, 8 targets, 8 catches, 62 yards. About the best game you'll potentially get from him. If he adds a touchdown in there, you're winning a tournament here. 9.3K left over, not too hard. You can plug in Christian Kirk here if you didn't want Fitzgerald and go Kirk, who had 2 touchdown catches last time these guys played. I mean, that's how terrible Seattle's been. 6.3K left over. This thing built itself. You can add in Chase Edmonds and just go complete, 4-2 type stack. Something like this. I think Edmonds, even in a reserve role, is in play. We saw him rack up 77 yards, 3 catches last game with Kenyon Drake there. And in week 7, we saw him rack up 21.5 points because having 7 receptions out of the backfield for 87 yards. Literally the fastest lineup building video I've ever put together. I cannot wait for this Thursday night football game. I actually think there's some credence to going through and building some Thursday through Monday lineups. And while the majority of the people say fade Thursday night football, I think this is kind of one of those weeks where Thursday night football, in addition to Sunday night football, they're in play. These games look juicy. There's some high-scoring games. Seattle and Arizona, absolutely. Look at the value you get there. And then KC and Las Vegas, amazing. Even the Rams and Tampa, Monday Night Football. I think some of the better tournament spots are going to be in those main primetime games this week. I can't wait to make a primetime video for this one. I have some ideas for tournament stacks. I'm looking at 4 2s and 5 1s for Sunday Night Football. I will post that video in a couple days. Please check back in. Next couple videos will be GPP picks, top stacks, and I'm going to do sports betting and Vegas spreads, and I'm also going to be looking at some props, things like that. Going to be using our study hub with our stat projections to attack some sites, certain sites that I think we have an opportunity to take advantage of them using our stat projections. So please hit that comment, hit that like button, drop a comment below, and by all means, subscribe. And check out our website at teamriseorfall.com/subscribe and use promo 10OFF. Take $10 off this. My goodness, you get so much content for just $19.99, my friends. All right, I'll see you on the inside. Together we ride.